Good day and welcome to the conversation coming to you from TV 360 here in Lagos, Nigeria. Welcome to year 2024. It's a year that promises, good tidings for Nigerians, and I'm very optimistic and hopeful that it will be so for every one of us and our country, Nigeria. Happy New Year to us all. My name is Nelson Ekujumi. I'm here with you on the conversation on TV 360, and I have here with me on the conversation Comrade Ajayi Pokuola, popularly called Pope of Africa. Pope, you are welcome to the program.
Welcome.
Thank you very much for joining us. Yes, so on this stanza of the program, we want to look at security and the threat of fake and inciting news. If there's anything that has become an albatross to our continued existence as a people, is the threat of fake news, the security implication. I recollect during the administration of former President Muhammadu Buhari, every security breach anywhere was ascribed to Fulani herdsmen. And it got so bad that even travelers on Lagos-Ibadan Road, because that's the road that I knew even as a young boy, even during my university days. And when the security attack on that road, the next thing you read in the newspapers, Fulani herdsmen attack travelers on, and I'm like, security breaches has been with us from time immemorial, and it will continue to be with us because you cannot take away man from evil, because evil is man's second nature. Just on Christmas Eve, December 24, there was an attack on two villages on communities in Plateau State. And for the up-to time, instead of our media people and other stakeholders to exercise restraint and allow the security agencies do their work and come up with, explanation for that attack, which is condemnable. Our hearts felt sympathy to the families, and we pray that God will, grant those who lost their lives eternal rest, while praying for the speedy recovery of the injured and survivors. Lo and behold, it started trending that those communities were attacked by Fulani herdsmen, only for media reportage of the governor's visits, as well as other top state functionaries, including Mr. Vice President, who has also been there, the service chiefs, as well as the National Security Advisor, has also been there. IG. Yes, the police inspector, the Inspector General of Police has also been there. And during the course of, reportage visit to the victims, we had victims say those who attacked us are our brothers and sisters, that we know them. You recollect in 2022, I think that should be in June or September, if I'm correct, there was an attack on a church in Owo, a Catholic church in Owo. And instead of people to wait for security agencies to come up, again, a lot of persons rushed to the media, and it was reported that this attack was carried out by Fulani herdsmen. And lo and behold, in the course of the investigation by the security agencies, the Chief of Defense Staff then came up and paraded the perpetrators, who we now found out were nowhere near that ethnic nationality, Fulani. So, for me, I think it is high time maybe we should go to the National Assembly to rejig our laws with regards to fake news, because like former Minister for Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, rightly said, if we don't address fake news will perish humanity.
I think the whole idea here is obviously it is condemnable, and that Middle Belt region, the security or the attack,
The security threats.
the security threat, and the attack and counter-attack has its own local peculiarities. Because we have several tribes and nationalities around that axis, who is being in perpetual conflict
With one another.
with one another. So it can be, so, but people outside that region can easily, ascribe that to one nationality or the other. So it is quite unfortunate. But the issue of fake news and the advent of social media, before, when we had only the traditional media, once upon a time where the only TV
was the NTA.
NTA.
And the Federal Radio Corporation.
And Federal Radio Corporation. And
but with the liberalization of the media industry.
Liberalization of media industry, one, even the traditional media still maintain that tradition.
Objectivity and
professionalism. But when it comes to social media, where every citizen now becomes a journalist, everybody just churn out everything. Once you are able to, whether on Twitter, on the
but Pope, even the traditional media have started degenerating, because you see situations whereby some of them have been found to be lifting stories from the social media add content to whatever they are doing without verifying.
See, it's still the same thing. I'm saying the same thing. We are talking about the quality of people involved now, where everybody sees things principally from their own perspective. In fact, sometimes they will cook up stories, then use video of an event that has happened maybe 3, 4, 5 years ago.
In fact, for the Plateau incident, do you know that some persons were lifting videos of an incident in Burkina Faso?
Yes, now to illustrate.
As if that incident happened in Nigeria.
Yes.
That is how bad it has become. And I think for me, the most important message is to the Nigerian out there. When you read an information, when you get an information, do you ask questions or do you just run with it?
Who do you ask? I don't know how we're going to manage this, honestly.
The fake news industry is a very lucrative business. That's a business for some people. I think we must get...
well, in any case...
Yes, we must make that very clear.
No, in fact, it is traditional.
Yeah.
Because in our own society, rumor, even before we have social media and what have you,
rumor mill.
It's been there, and it moves faster than even the genuine information.
Yes.
So it's been there. So it does mean that it requires not just the legislative regulation,
but even self-regulation.
Self-regulation and orientation. I think agencies of government like
NOA,
Ministry of Information, and others.
NOA is National
Orientation Agency should come up with programs to educate the masses or the people, because you are not doing anybody any good
by keeping quiet.
By keeping quiet. Then if you now spread them rumors and fake news, then again, the security agencies now should step up the game by isolating. Of course, you can easily, trace the source of any this thing.
Yes.
Isolate them, make examples of
such persons,
yes,
such bodies.
Yes, because if, of course, we're in a country where there are no consequences for flouting rules and regulations. So if you spread them fake news,
yes,
and you are isolated.
You are caught.
You are isolated.
Yes.
Then and brought to justice.
Yes.
Even just okay. You spread this, and make it public.
Public.
It will serve as
The
deterrent.
public shame alone.
Yes.
That one is also information to people. Oh,
So,
this is what, you know.
This is what, so that one will definitely, serve as deterrent to, others. So that's my that's my take on that.
Well, I think I agree with you because personally I'm disturbed, and I think we need to admonish our people. When you get any information, please put on your thinking cap. Verify. Ask yourself some basic questions. Our people must recognize that the danger that fake news, inciting posts portends for all of us is unimaginable. We can't afford, in the midst of struggling
for
survival to make a living, then we now put our life at stake. It is unacceptable. So our people must, on their own, they should self-regulate whatever information they are receiving and how they want to share it. Somebody sent me images or a video of an incident where people were running and maybe houses or so was burning, and somebody was saying, oh, it is Fulani herdsmen, oh, it is Fulani herdsmen. And the person sent it to my wife, and my wife now sent it to me. And I now called the person on phone. I said, this video that you sent to my wife, where did it take place? She said, I don't know. Which day? I don't know. Who authored it? I don't know.
And you are spreading it.
And you are sharing it. And she said they sent it to me. So I said, this does not speak well of you. It does not show that you are somebody who is in control of your being. Because ordinarily when something comes to you, before you even you look at it, then you take it to maybe somebody closest to you and say, this story, there's no date on it, there's no location, there's no author. Because a lot of times when stories come, even on WhatsApp platforms that we all belong to, the first thing we ask the person that posts is that, what is your source?
What is your source?
If you can't tell us your source, we just tell you are wasting your time.
Yeah,
nobody is going to listen to you.
Yes.
So I think it is important for people themselves to be the regulator before we have the state coming to regulate these things. That is one role we all owe our society and ourselves. We'll go on a short break right now. We'll be right back for the second stanza of the program, The Conversation. Please continue to watch The Conversation on TV 360. We'll be right back.